Birds of Prey is a 2020 DC comic book movie focusing mainly on the character of Harley, her consort of weirdos and freaks, as they play the anti-hero role within this bizarre comic book universe. This film came out, and why a lot of the critical reaction was very good. It apparently underperformed at the box office. It didn't underperform, it actually just, on its budget, it did very well. People forget that this had a much smaller budget than a lot of the big budget films, but it did underperform next to the previous DC movie. This film, I've rewatched it 2 times, I went to cinema to see it, and it's interesting because the marketing of the film was terrible. This is bad marketing 101. So where do we start with the marketing? So take a property, characters that aren't necessarily as well known as, say, Batman, Superman, the Joker, or other DC characters, other DC properties. Put a 15 or an 18 rating, depending on where you are in the world, on the thing, and then put it out into cinemas, and don't actually tell anyone what the film is about. None of the marketing explained the plot, the characters, or anything that was actually happening. None of the marketing of this movie said anything about the film. Even the trailers were a bloody mess. Just interlinked action scenes and lots of female empowerment. In interviews, press stuff, and so on, when you watch the actors talk, they're not talking about the film. They're not talking about the storyline or these characters. They're not selling that. They're selling, this film is a kick-ass film about strong women. They're marketing the film on a political notion that shouldn't really be part of marketing campaign. Marketing politics alienates the audience, especially in smaller properties and lesser known characters. I'm probably one of the few people, despite its flaws, that love Suicide Squad, and I'm looking forward to number 2. I just hope the editing is better. This film does have those problems, but again, market the film on what the film is about, on the characters. Marketing this film should have been quite easy. Market it towards the people that watch comic book movies, that watch this kind of stuff. Market it at the older fans. Joker was a phenomenal film, and Twitter erupted into, this film promotes violence, and this film is this and that, and then the whole thing of Beyonce not clapping at the award ceremony was kind of cringe. I think Beyonce sometimes just needs to shut up. I can't stand her. Birds of Prey was a very different film to that. It was softer, it was lighter, it still had a higher age rating, it still was ultra violent. Yet, I actually prefer it, but that's more of the visual thing, where I love Joker for different reasons, that you can't compare them. But Joker was marketed on the strength of the movie. Joker was marketed on the Joker. The Joker is a well-known villain within the DC universe. He's had many versions, he's had many actors play him. Even if you're a most casual fan, you know who he is. A lot of more casual fans wouldn't know, outside of Harley Quinn, who half of the people in Birds of Prey was. The marketing was all over the place, and like I said, marketing politics, marketing something that really doesn't need to be said was a mistake. You should let a film talk for itself. You should let, actors go on, they do the promotion, they talk about the film, but actually talk about the film. Give us some insight into your characters. Give us some insight into what the film is about. Tell us about the plot. Tell us about what this film is. Don't just say, we're fighting misogynists and this is about feminism, because you are alienating half of your audience already. Before anyone jumps at me, I firmly support equality for everyone. I'm talking about this in a marketing standpoint. If you are going to market a property, a lesser known property, you need to market it on its strengths. Being vague and generic about a film that not many people will know the characters, in trailers that don't actually say anything about the film, it's just a bunch of girls looking tough, and a few action scenes, and maybe a couple of lines of dialogue. Are people going to watch a film they don't know anything about? Are people, the casual film goer, the person that's looking for something to watch or checks out a trailer on YouTube, isn't gonna just go in and go, oh, this film's about what? This film features some stellar performances. I mean, Ewan McGregor, the guy that plays his partner within it. You have the actress they've got as Harley Quinn. She is phenomenal. Completely and utterly batshit phenomenal. Marketing this film should have been very easy. and instead they went down a very odd route with it. People on Twitter reacted and saying, well, people didn't like the film because it was about women, and the same thing happened with Charlie's Angels. This film flopped because it's about women and it's strong women and the misogynist cis men hate it. No. Charlie's Angels flopped because it was fucking terrible. And Bird of Prey didn't actually flop. It made quite a hefty profit on its budget. It just underperformed next to the previous film. When you market a movie, when you do the promotion, when you sit there and you want your audience to go watch a film, tell us what the film is about. Tell us the story. Tell us these characters. Give us an insight. Don't just give us some vague plot point, not even any plot. And that's the thing that I found hilarious. There was no plot in any of the trailers or any of the promotional material. The actual story of this film was kind of left out of any promotion. So yeah, promote the strong female characters, but also give us a fucking clue what the film is about. I do think film studios overall need to sort out their marketing and not give in to Twitter. Like, the marketing was aimed at the SJW population of Twitter without actually thinking, well, maybe this isn't a good idea. You know, I'm going to get hate for this, but this is my opinion. Marketing and promote what the film is. Tell us what it's about. Give us some insight into what's going on. Actually, it's a really good movie. Just next time, give us some clue what the bloody film is about. Don't just say, kick-ass strong women, go watch the movie. Because this film... So yeah, there's my thoughts, kind of a ramble on the faults of the marketing of this movie and Birds of Prey, and I absolutely loved it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, because I'd be curious to find out.